Teun Koopmeiners, Turin, Gregorio. Juventus are about to return to their glory days in Serie A and world football. After having some harsh seasons, which saw them come in 4th twice, 7th and then 3rd place, with their only dominance under Sarri in the 1920 season, Juventus are now ready to get back to the top, and they've signed just one man to do that. One man who took a mid-table club to Champions League contender with ease. His name is Thiago Motta. But why does Thiago Motta have so much work to do? Well, it's because of this man. You see, Allegri was a very good coach for Juventus, especially in the years 14-15 to 18-19, where he led them to 5 consecutive Serie A titles. Under his guidance, Juventus also secured 4 Coppa Italia trophies and 2 Supercoppa Italian titles before Allegri stepped down in May 2019. After his departure, Juventus went through a period of instability, with Maurizio Sarri and Andrea Pirlo lasting just 1 season each. Faced with uncertainty, the Juventus board looked back at what had worked in the past, and what better option than to bring back the man who had delivered 11 trophies in 5 seasons. Allegri's reunion with Juventus was initially met with great excitement, but that joy quickly turned into disappointment for the fans. You see, during his first 5 years at the club, Allegri employed a predictable style of play: drop deep, stay compact, and attack only when the opportunity arose, thriving mostly on counterattacks. This approach worked well against the bigger teams, but against smaller sides, it often made for dull football. In his first 3 seasons, this method brought success, but in the final 2 seasons of that period, Juventus clinched the league title more due to the shortcomings of their rivals than the effectiveness of their tactics. So when Allegri returned to Juventus, fans hoped for a fresh approach. Instead, they were taken back to the 2017 style of play, which had become outdated by then. Teams like Napoli and AC Milan were no longer afraid to dismantle a side that sat too deep. His return saw Juventus finish 4th and 7th in the league, a stark reminder to the board that they needed a coach who could not only win, but also play attractive football. Fortunately for them, a promising young Italian manager had been making waves, climbing the ranks with Genoa before leading Bologna to Champions League qualification. This presented Juventus with a chance to bring in someone capable of delivering both results and style. Motta at Bologna was one of the most appreciated coaches in football. He sets up his team in his 4-3-3 formation, emphasizing possession and high pressing. Motta's style revolves around quick transitions from defense to attack, where the midfield plays a crucial role in linking up the play. His teams are built to control the tempo, with a strong emphasis on ball retention and intelligent positioning. Motta also looks to create central overloads by dropping his striker into an advanced midfield position. This creates an additional player in a compact box midfield, while Motta will invert his wide forwards so that they can make regular runs in behind. Motta would lead the mid-table club to a 4th place finish, having over 57.8% of possession, only behind Napoli. Well, Juventus saw this style of play that came with results and were surprised. The final stroke in their decision was when they were held to a draw on 2 occasions, with the last one being a 3-3 draw in a match where Juventus had to come back after a 3-0 down just to draw 3-3. So after the sacking of Allegri, one thing was sure: Thiago Motta was the man needed at Juventus. Juventus quickly snapped up the young Italian coach on a 3-year deal, and his first order of business was a massive squad overhaul. One of the most surprising moves was releasing veteran goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny after 7 successful years at the club, during which he won Serie A titles, Coppa Italia trophies and Supercoppa victories. The clear-out didn't stop there. The coach also parted ways with one of the breakout stars of Euro 2020, citing that he didn't fit into his tactical plans. With the player's contract expiring next summer, the club saw this as their last chance to cash in on him, and his transfer to Liverpool brought in significant income. Another shocking decision was the exit of Moise Kean, who, despite his potential, had been underwhelming at Juventus. The coach's tactical philosophy centers around a cohesive team structure, requiring forwards who can drop deep, link up play, and contribute defensively, qualities Kean struggled to consistently demonstrate. Instead, Keane is known for his pace and power, which didn't align with the coach's tactical vision. At Bologna, Motta had relied on Joshua Zirkzee, a forward capable of scoring and dropping deep into midfield, highlighting the difference in style that led to Keane's departure. For this coach, it's crucial to have forwards who are not just finishers, but also integral to the team's overall dynamics. This explains why he decided to stick with Dusan Vlahovic, a player who better fits his philosophy. Additionally, Adrian Rabiot was shown the door after rejecting a new contract offer. The coach also attempted to move on players like Filip Kostic and Weston McKennie, but was unsuccessful in offloading them. Despite some challenges, the clear-out brought in over $100 million, providing Juventus with a strong position in the transfer market to rebuild under their new manager. With a flurry of outgoing players, Juventus also saw plenty of new faces coming in. This time, instead of simply signing the biggest names, the club focused on acquiring players who fit seamlessly into Thiago Motta's system. One of the standout signings was Teun Koopmeiners, a player known for his incredible versatility. Whether he's dictating the pace of the game as a deep-lying playmaker or pushing further up the field, Koopmeiners adapts to any role he's given. That's exactly what Motta values. He likes a player who can shift gears depending on the situation. At Bologna, Motta often deployed players like Luiz Ferguson and Giovanni Fabian in advanced roles, and it's likely he'll use Koopmeiners in a similar way. But Koopmeiners isn't just about adaptability, he's also a significant threat from distance. Last season, he scored 12 goals, with more than 10 coming from outside the penalty area. With his ability to control the tempo and deliver long-range strikes, Koopmeiners is set to thrive under Motta's guidance. Another key signing was Douglas Luiz. Juventus had tried to sign him in the previous transfer window, but the deal didn't materialize. Many fans assumed the club would move on from the Brazilian, especially with a new coach in charge. However, Thiago Motta also saw Luiz as a perfect fit for his tactical vision. During Luiz's time under Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa, Luiz averaged 42.7 passes and created 1.1 chances per game. In his final season, these numbers improved to 56.4 passes and 1.5 chances created per game, all from a central midfield position. Luiz was the engine in Villa's midfield, driving their attacks forward with his progressive passing, and given Motta's preference for quick, incisive play, it's easy to see why he was eager to bring in his fellow Brazilian to rejuvenate Juventus's midfield. Motta's strategy was clear: replace fringe players with those who were better suited to his style, and another player who fit that mold was Turin, a surprising addition that initially raised eyebrows among Juventus fans. However, when you dig deeper, it makes perfect sense. If Douglas Luiz can anchor the midfield and provide balance, Turin has the skills to link the midfield with the attack. At Bologna, Motta frequently rotated his central midfielders, maximizing their potential. Turin, who often played in a midfield three at Nice, usually on the left side or sometimes as a playmaker, will likely have a gradual introduction to Italian football. But his modern, dynamic playing style makes him an ideal addition to Motta's squad. In the end, Thiago Motta's approach is clear: build a team that not only plays his brand of football, but does so with players perfectly suited to his system. Motta capped off his transfer window by making bold moves by replacing Federico Chiesa with Nico Gonzalez, a player who was once Fiorentina's record signing. While Gonzalez never quite reached the superstar status many hoped for in Florence, he certainly wasn't a flop. His ability to leap for headers, despite not being the tallest player on the pitch, was impressive, and on his day, he could torment defenders before whipping a dangerous ball into the box. Now, with better players around him at Juventus, the stage is set for Gonzalez to finally fulfill his potential. Everything seems to be falling into place for Thiago Motta to lead Juventus back to the top. With current stars like Dusan Vlahovic, who was once the best striker in the league, Manuel Locatelli, the breakout midfielder for Euro 2020, and Gleison Bremer, who was once Serie A's best defender, Juventus look poised to return to their glory days. If Motta could guide a mid-table club like Bologna to a top 4 finish, restoring Juventus to their rightful place as title contenders should be within reach. But what do you think? Can Thiago Motta bring Juventus back to their former glory, or is this new-look team still missing something? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to watch a more in-depth video on how a team like Juventus need just one player to get back to winning the Champions League, please click this link. Thanks for watching, and until next time.